off.
DLs, welcome back to Series 10. I'm testing out a new piece of equipment for Series 10 because I'm so excited. We are back, fresh from Whitehall Towers, as per usual. I have a new piece of equipment which I'm testing because I just need something to garner Michael's attention when he's not listening to me 3 flights away. So I've bought this little baby because it's also got another feature. Are you ready, PPJ, to adjust the volume?
I don't know.
Ready?
That's awful.
That is how I will be summoning Michael from now on when he's not listening to me. Okay, Mr. Whitehall? Right, I'm going to put this down now because I've had my fun with it, and I'm going to tell you what's coming up in this episode. Mr. Whitehall, on his hollybobs, will only show himself for one thing. Flavours in there, sensational. Eton Mess, a particular favourite of mine. What was yours? You had one that you kept having. Raspberry Ripple was good.
Yes.
We get embroiled in a curious question about spirit animals.
What sort of business
You're-
is this?
You're kind of manager, babe. Imagine if PPJ came in and said, we've all got to we've had an edict from Global, we've all got to identify spirit animals.
Wait until you find what I've got planned for the next couple of minutes.
Ooh. And we might have solved the mystery of are we to get the messages, hen?
Where are we to get the messages?
Well, you
hen?
might have to do an Irish one now, but I think we're straying into dangerous territory with your Irish accent, if I'm honest. Right, Michael Whitehall,
Right.
I believe you have an extra email that Joe doesn't know about that came in this very morning.
Well, as you've already got us going rogue, I might as well.
Yep.
So I shall read this one to you. If your friend...
Now, is there a dear Michael and Hilary to
Oh,
it?
yes, sorry, dear Michael and Hilary. If your friend Joe started recording other people's podcasts at your house and doing it on a regular basis, what would you do? Well, I'd tell him to fuck off and we get another producer because, to be quite honest, they're 2 a penny.
Well, I think you may be wrong there, actually, Michael Whitehall.
I think we've been far too nice to him, personally.
I nearly got that alarm out to get you out of that room, Joe. But you are forgiven.
It was a matter of logistics, I'm afraid. There other T's need
podcasts,
crossing and
yeah.
I's need dotting, I'm afraid.
Other
and
podcasts are available, annoyingly.
they are.
Yes,
More's
we are
the
not
pity.
the only one, Michael Whitehall.
Yeah.
So,
Right, so we've
dears,
got
we're
rid of...
back. We are back. Sort of fresh-ish, I would say. I'm still vibing summer with my frock. For those of you listening, blue and white frock that looks a little bit like a tablecloth or a curtain, but I love it. It's quite Dutch looking, I feel. What do you think, Michael?
I would say it looks like a Dutch tablecloth.
Oh dear.
Yep.
If you went to a Dutch house and they asked you to stay for tea,
Yeah.
the Dutch lady would probably shake a piece of material like that, put it over the table,
Yeah.
and then lay up for a nice Dutch tea.
I love it.
Yeah.
It was a holiday buy on our last bit of holiday in the summer because we went to Seaview in the Isle of Wight. Did we not, Michael?
It's got a
White?
very Isle of Wight look about it.
I
would
love
say.
it. They were on a sale rail. I bought 4 of them in different colourways.
4?
For under £100, Michael. 4
I'm
dresses for under
surprised.
£100.
So they were doing 4 for 100, were they?
You will be seeing all 4 DLs
Right.
as the series unfolds because I'm going to get some wear out of them.
Preferably not all on the same show.
No, I will not be changing mid-show. That is not my vibe. But you will be seeing them all. I absolutely love them. Peggy was with me at the time. Well, I had Peggy and Woody. Woody was lying underneath all the clothes racks, pretending to be a caterpillar. Peggy, now aged 4.5, just started school, decided that she was going to be my stylist. So she helped me pick them out.
Hence buying 4, presumably.
Well, of course, because, you've got to train them young, that if they see a bargain, they go for the bargain, Michael Whitehall. We had such a lovely time, didn't we, in Seaview at the Isle of Wight?
We did.
I love Seaview because I love Seaview. It's a nice place and it has lovely beaches. and a fair few of them. But I also love it because a lot of my oldest and best bezzers are there. And we met some new people, did we not? From Shropshire.
The big
dogs.
dog.
Yeah.
The big dog.
Yeah.
With the big house.
Yeah. The beautiful Edwardian villa that he has restored back to its Edwardian glory. We had a quick tour of that, did we not?
We did, and a couple of drinks.
Indeed. Well, you did. Actually, no, I had a drink because I did have a summer back on the booze, which was a bit of a mistake. Now back off the booze, Michael Whitehall.
Mm-hmm.
But Seaview, oh, love it. We took a cottage. What was the most exciting thing about the cottage that we took, Michael Whitehall?
When you say you took a cottage, what do you mean? You took it away? Or something,
Rented a cottage.
Oh, I see.
What was the most exciting thing about the cottage that we rented?
I have no idea.
Oh, sorry, it begins with A, one word,
A.
that you used to take yourself off to the whole time. There was forward planning here, DLs. Always essential with a holiday with grandchildren. When you'd done your 20-minute bite...
Armchairs.
No, well, there was a lot of work in the armchair. That was about all you did, really. When you'd done your 20-minute bite-sized piece of childcare, when chocolate was involved, leaving me with a 3-hour sugar high to deal with, where did you take yourself off to? With your book. It's not difficult, Michael. Really not difficult. A begins with A. Are you any thoughts,
A.
PPJ?
An annex, was there?
Oh,
an annex?
hello. Yes, spot on, sir. Presumably your parents, if they were doing dipping in and out of childcare, would appreciate an
I
annex.
think we'd all appreciate an annex in that
We would.
situation.
Your annex, Michael.
I don't remember an annex.
Sorry, the cottage in Seaview. I mean,
Oh,
is
yes,
dementia
that's
creeping
right.
in?
No, I remember.
Yeah.
There was a separate bit.
A separate bedroom
that
and bathroom.
we had a bedroom and
Yes,
bathroom
in the garden.
Yes, in the garden.
That was very handy.
AKA.
Yes.
An annex.
I'd forgotten that was an annex.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of which you availed yourself a lot, did you not?
Yeah, almost permanently.
Yep.
In fact, I got a locksmith to come round and give me a quote for actually putting a Yale lock on the annex so as nobody could get in there apart from me.
Well, you did have the run of the main cottage that we rented when we were at the beach, which was a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So don't be too harsh on me, banishing you to the annex, or indeed you banishing yourself to the annex. I mean, there's an extra life hack there, DLs, if I'm honest. If you are a grandparent and you're doing a holiday rental with the grandchildren, make sure there's an annex, I would say. Or indeed, if you are the child with the children renting with your parents, make sure there's an annex. Yes?
Yeah.
My highlight, apart from buying 4 dresses for under £100, PPJ looking... I mean...
Not bad, that.
I know, you
That's
see,
all right, that.
if Mrs. PPJ came back with 4 dresses for under £100, you'd be thrilled, wouldn't you?
Cha-ching.
Yeah, because that would probably do her for the 6 months then.
Oh,
Yeah, she's the done and dusted. Major highlights, Michael, of Seaview. Well, number 1 for me, the scooter convention in Ryde. A lot of vintage classic models in one place.
Yes, I thought the whole thing was terrible. Noisy and
Okay.
people all tattooed and shouting and blowing their whistles and
It
pressing
was
their
quite
horns
quite
and
noisy. Quite
a
a
lot
lot
of leather.
Yeah.
And a great number of tattoos.
Yeah.
And that was mainly from the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Arms, necks, faces,
Mm-hmm. Legs. There was a lot of legs on
a lot
show.
of leg
Not
tattoos.
sure I'd ride a scooter without anything on my legs in a short necessarily, but quite dangerous if you come off.
So it appealed to me less than it did to you.
No, I
have
loved
to be
it.
honest.
But the horror of the scooter convention in Ryde was mitigated for you by a discovery by Jack, was it not?
Yes, and he was
Oh.
so excited.
He was
got all sort of.
excited.
He was like a young.
Skittish.
He got very skittish.
Yeah, he did.
And said, "Daddy, Daddy, come here and see what I found. Come now." And
It was in
Got
the
up
Victoria Arcade on the Ryde High Street, or I think it's Church Street or Ryde High Street.
yes, walking into that arcade, it was a bit like what it must have been like for somebody when they walked onto the Marie Celeste.
No, it
That
was quite
boat.
busy.
No, it wasn't.
It
I
was.
mean, it was a sort of off the main drag.
Yeah, it was a
And
very
it was-
pretty Victorian arcade
Yes,
with some
it was
very
very
interesting
pretty,
dinky
but it
shops
wasn't
in it.
exactly. There weren't loud hailers saying, step back, you're crushing people. Anyway,
No, they were all busy down with the scooter convention,
So-
Michael.
Jack rushed me into this,
The back of the arcade,
the back of the arcade,
Where there was-
this museum was.
the Ryde Museum.
The Ryde Museum.
Yep.
And it was a museum of
Well, there was
slightly rude postcards and books.
it was a museum that had a section dedicated to somebody that we have mentioned a lot on this podcast, DLs. You'll have to scroll back to see when, or indeed hear when. And that is, what's his name?
McGill.
Yes. It was a whole section dedicated to McGill. What's his first name? Can you remember? I've got photos of it, actually.
Donald.
Donald McGill? I'm going to look it up. Donald McGill.
Donald.
Fraser Gould McGill.
That's
There you
it.
go.
Donald McGill.
Yep.
And he was the one that did all the funny postcards.
Yep.
Funny but rude.
Yep.
Fat ladies, big bums, quite large bosoms, and was always on the edge of being banned.
Well, some of the postcards were banned and technically are still banned.
They were available to purchase, the banned ones too.
Yeah.
They had banned on the cover, and then you could buy that.
Yeah.
They
There were
looked like-
25 of them.
Quite a slow day in the museum when we went there.
It
Presumably
was.
everyone was at the motorcycle convention. Like it was sort of deserted. But of course, the minute Jack Whitehall got in there,
With his
the
credit
tape,
card.
you could hear that cha-ching, cha-ching, another purchase.
Yeah.
The man was so excited, and then Jack said, "I've given you a little bit
a donation
extra on top as a donation
Yeah, he was very excited about
because
that.
the museum was having a hard time financially, and there was even talk of closure." I mean, Jack didn't give them enough money to prevent closing if they were going to close.
he temporarily stayed off a few administrative situations,
Exactly.
like the insurance and something else he mentioned. But yeah, it was exciting. And Winston was in Seaview as well, was he not, Michael? He came on the Hollybobs with us with an arm that had come off. I must mend Winston.
You must.
There's some surgery required because if he's coming on tour with us, please remember, DLs, we are going on tour. Tickets available from the witteringwhitehalls.co.uk. If you want to see Winston,
There's no way
he
you
will
can
have had
take him
surgery
on
by then.
tour with that.
I know I'm going to have
arm
to
off.
do the surgery before we go, PPJ, because
I
otherwise...
passed him as I came in today, and he looks about as sorry as he's looked.
He
Yeah.
does.
He's in a state.
He's in a
Yeah, I
state.
think
Although
he
he
is.
did have some ice creams from the Seaview Deli, can I just say, that man there, Michael Whitehall, that was his one daily trip out of the annex / rental, was to go to the Seaview Deli to get ice cream with the children. Again, had to deal with the sugar high from them afterwards, but it was a price worth paying because the flavours in there, sensational. Eton Mess, a particular favourite of mine. What was yours? You had one that you kept having. Raspberry Ripple was good.
Yes.
There was a salted caramel. PPJ, right up your Strasser. Yeah. Yeah.
Just going back to Winston,
Yes.
we never look, well, not as a sort of deliberate policy, but
Yes.
I never look at all those episodes of Travels of My Father. I mean,
Yes.
I did the show and I looked at the it when
The edits.
the edits.
Yes, the rough cuts.
And then I never really watched them anymore. But I just recently, one evening...
No, I was researching something and I needed to look at an episode. And then I said to you, why don't we watch them?
Why don't
Series
we? Yeah.
1.
So
Well,
we watched.
We've started. We're going through our old back catalogue.
And we watched the bit where we first met Winston,
Yeah.
with that lady, a slightly strange lady,
Yeah.
in Thailand, was it?
Bangkok. Yeah.
And Winston looked, and then I thought,
Oh, God, here we
having
go.
seen him there, and then looking at him afterwards, he's aged. He really has. He has aged. He was all fresh, and his lips were very
They
red.
were very
and
pink. Yeah,
very
I'm going to have to deal with
pink, and
that.
his complexion was lovely,
Yeah.
and he just looked kind of quite active
Dapper.
and dapper and
Yeah.
everything. And then when I looked at him after we'd been watching the episode, and there he was in the house here with us, and I thought, oh, poor Winston, look at him. All that, he got a sort of pallor on his face.
Well, he needs cleaning. He needs some
His
R&R, some
lips have
serious
gone
R&R.
all kind
yeah.
of grey.
Yeah. He's
The
missing an
eyes
arm.
aren't as bright as they were.
Yeah.
And also, with one arm, it must be difficult for him.
It's going to be sewn back
There used
on.
to be, in my youth, a lot of one-armed men who used to beg in the streets because, they
From
were...
the war.
From the war.
Yeah.
But you don't see that anymore. But suddenly, I saw it with Winston.
Could I just...
He would have been too young, obviously, to have fought in the war, but he was... it was sad.
Can I just say that I missed an opportunity because when Sewing Machine Josh was here, not last time, but the time before, he actually, because, he does a lot of quilting, he actually went out and bought, I can't remember the name of the needle, but it's a curved needle, and sewed back on another limb that had come off Winston. And of course, he was here recently, and I forgot to ask him to sew on the arm.
Yes.
Because I've still got the curved needle that he left me.
That would have been perfect.
Where is Sewing Machine Josh when I need him? The answer is not here. He's in the US, so I'm going to have to do it myself.
If
So
he lived
required-
in America, he
Yeah.
might be pleased to get a break from you-know-who. And I
Yes.
don't mean his wife.
No, I know exactly who you mean. Let's not
and
voice it.
You-know-who.
Yeah.
And have a break and come over here and sort Winston out
Yeah,
for
because
us.
the other thing that needs doing is that his hair is coming off, because at one stage Woody
Yes.
got rather over-exuberant with him, and there's a little bit of a lift of the lid going on. I need
Yes,
to
he-
get some Bostik or
He
something
looks
on that.
like he's
Yoo-hoo.
losing his hair. And
Yeah.
he's too young to be losing
Well,
his
we
hair.
need him tour ready. Some of us are going away next week to boot camp, first class boot camp in Sandwich, to get tour ready, because these need a bit of work, especially that. So I'm off to boot camp next week, Michael, to get
yeah.
tour fit. Are you coming with me to boot camp?
No,
Are you
I'm
hell?
not.
No.
I don't
Anyway.
even know what a boot camp is. It sounds awful.
It's 3 days of extreme exercise to get you toned and honed. So I'm getting
Right.
toned
I
and
would have
honed.
thought you get enough
tour shred as opposed
exercise
to
here.
wedge shred. I do get quite a lot here, yeah. Should we get on with an email, Michael Whitehall? Because we've been wittering for quite a long time with no input from the DLs. So crack on, mister.
I think you should read
No,
this.
you're definitely reading it. It's very much up your Strasser.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dear Michael and Hilary, for years my spirit animal has been an owl, apparently obvious to everyone, including my husband. I'm told that when I send what I think is a funny message to someone while they're in view, my eyes lock onto them like an owl's until I see them chuckle.
Is that quite worrying?
Wise? Perhaps. Patient? Yes. Slightly unsettling? Definitely.
She's mentioned it herself.
But recently the octopus has made a strong case for itself. They're intelligent, adaptable, and alarmingly self-sufficient. So much so that they sometimes seem plain rude.
Oh.
there's actual footage of octopuses throwing rocks or even punching fish, seemingly just because they're in a mood.
Oh, that sounds quite familiar. Can I just say?
What do you mean, like, familiar? What, you think I go around punching people?
No, you've never
do you?
punched anyone, but you have.
Yes.
I'm not sure you'd throw a rock either, but you do the verbal equivalent of throwing a rock and punching somebody verbally. What I always love about you when you're having a rant in public about something that's happening currently.
What do you mean a rant
Yeah,
in
you do.
public?
What you do is you always wait for the rant during the situation until you've got an audience of at least one, maybe 2, 3 if you can get them, so that they're in earshot, and then you direct the rant to the audience. And I always say, would you like to say that a bit louder? Because I'm not sure they heard the rant, Michael.
Well, who are these people?
Exactly, just people who happen to be in the same situation as us, that you want to share your displeasure and you want to make sure
What,
that
you mean I go outside the front door and call people
No.
in, sit them down in here and say, I'm going to show you this television news again. What is that woman talking about? They say, oh, I see what you mean, Michael. Yeah,
No,
yes.
it's things like when we were told to get out of the car on the Isle of Wight ferry because we all had to go up onto the deck for the whatever it is, 25-minute crossing
Yes.
to the Isle of Wight.
Yes.
You would wait. You wouldn't say that to me when we were getting out of the car where there's no audience. You'd wait till we were in the stairwell in a queue waiting to get up onto the deck and say, I absolutely don't understand why we have to get out of the car. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason why we couldn't stay in the privacy of our own cars, but no, we have to go up the stairs and be with the hoi polloi in the stinking cafe where there's all sorts of horrible the hot dogs being served with fried onions. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that the whole stairwell can join in your displeasure. Do you remember that moment?
No, I have no recollection of it at all. I think you made the
I
whole
then
thing
have to
up.
just
I remember we had some very nice fans on the
We did.
on the
that, I wrote
boat
down their name.
who were
Hang
very
on.
chatty
They
and
were.
love your show and
Yeah, hang on.
then knew everything about every show
Yes.
and
Here we
and
go.
loved
Sam
that.
and Gav. Sam and Gav on the Isle of Wight ferry. Sam was a teacher. And they gave us some very good recommendations for the grandchildren. Because, of course, she was a teacher. Born and bred in the Isle of Wight. And they gave us some really good recommendations. So we love them. Sam and Gav.
I would have preferred to have stayed in the car and read the paper or a book,
Yes.
a very interesting book I was reading. But
You
I
got that
couldn't.
paper up
I was not
across your
allowed
face.
to.
As if to say, do not approach. as
You
if
then
anybody
started talking to everybody on the ferry, and you were
Such a
you were
lie.
almost chasing after people to talk to them.
Such a lie.
And
Well,
I
I-
was sitting with the paper in front of my face because I thought
I was
these
still,
people
I
are
was still
busy.
trying to apologise to all the people in the stairwell. Could I just say that it was funny when Sam and Gav plucked up the courage to say to you, excuse me, are you Jet Whitehall's parents? There was a woman sitting next to you who said, oh, we've all been dying to ask that for the last 10 minutes. Anyway, they were very nice. Sorry, carry on, Michael Whitehall. So you've got to there.
This isn't my first animal identity crisis. In a previous job, our manager insisted we each choose an animal from a pre-drafted list to represent us as team members. Very peculiar. What sort of business is this?
You're kind of manager, babe. Imagine if PPJ came in and said, we've all got to we've had an edict from Global, we've all got to identify as spirit animals.
Wait until you find what I've got planned for the next couple of minutes.
Oh. Right.
Unfortunately, most of us ended up as pigeons due to characteristics like reliability or adaptability. No majestic eagles, not noble stags, pigeons. Needless to say, the team quietly abandoned animal talk soon after. So now I'm torn. Do spirit animals stay fixed forever, like a horoscope sign, or do they evolve with us, owl, one decade,
Do you want to have another run
octopus
at
the
that?
next? Or do they evolve with us? Owl one decade, octopus the next.
Better.
And for balance, which animals would you never want to claim? Personally, I'm ruling out wasps. Mean for sport. Sloths, too much pressure to nap in public. And pigeons, I've done my time. Warm regards, Roxy.
Oh, I wonder if it's our Roxy. Unlikely, I know. But Roxy and I do have an animal that we're both obsessed with, and we give each other gifts with this particular animal involved. If we see one, we have to buy it for each other, and that is the giraffe.
Right.
Love a giraffe. Roxy loves a giraffe. Now Elsie loves a giraffe. In fact, she hasn't opened it yet for various logistical reasons because of the size of it. But I bought her a 4-foot-high giraffe for Elsie for her birthday, which is wrapped up in the BBH. It still hasn't been opened. I think they're coming this weekend. I might actually get her to open it this weekend. It's
keen.
about three times taller than Elsie herself, but she'll love it.
I quite like giraffes.
Do you? I like a giraffe. They've got very
Interesting.
funny faces. PPJ, where do you stand on a giraffe?
Oh, everyone loves giraffes.
Yeah.
We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was I have a fairly quick online test you can take here
Okay.
that will identify your spirit animal for you. I'm sure it's purely scientific.
Okay.
And I wondered if we could get Mr. Whitehall to
To
go
do
through
it.
answer these questions live. and then we'll
Nice.
be able
Oh, DLs, you are getting some real treats today.
Do you think?
PPJ, this sounds like podcasting gold.
So if I'm just to give this laptop to you, if you
Oh,
could
right.
guide Mr. Whitehall through the questions and click on
Right.
correct answers for
Right.
him, and then we'll find out what.
Right, Michael, are you a team player? Absolutely. Yup. Nope. Not even a teeny bit.
Am I a team player?
That's the problem.
No, I would say not really.
Okay, nope. We'll go nope.
I
but
think we'd have to go no.
Do you like to create things? Not really my thing. I don't do that, but I love to help others, mostly with moral support and encouragement. Well, I don't think so. It's my raison d'etre. I built my own house, so there's that. I would say not really your thing.
No.
Okay. What is your preferred weather? Oh God, this could take days. Light
Preferred
breeze,
weather.
light breeze, overcast. I love it all as long as I get to go out in it. Still and damp, bright and windy.
No.
It's got to be light
Okay.
breeze, overcast.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favourite food? Oh, here we go. We could be here for days again. I'm a vegetarian. Any good
No.
hearty meat dish, small game and chicken, anything really. I have an adventurous palate. Definitely not.
Write that one off. Then.
I liked your reaction there, PPJ. No pause at all.
Small game and chicken, definitely.
How empathetic are you? Do you even know what the word empathetic means?
Don't really. It means being nice to people and all understanding them or
yeah,
sympathising
sort
with
of,
them. And
Yeah, knowing
kind
how they
of
might
thing.
feel.
yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Quite a
definitely.
lot. It's my top skill. Not at all, not very. I would say not at all.
Yeah, I would put not at all.
Yeah. What's the best way to really piss you off? Make me spend all day in a confined space. Leave me alone a lot. Get in my way when I'm minding my own business. Constantly talking about how great I am while ruining all my fun by building cities where I need open space.
Quite complicated question.
Best
though.
way to piss you off, I would say getting in my way when I'm minding my own business.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
He's reading, and people are incessantly asking him questions
Yes.
and interrupting.
Yes,
He's gonna
asking
get
him to
annoyed.
move. In real life, what's your secret skill? I have a sense of humour. I can open anything. I have incredible aim. I can jump many times my own height. I mean, there's only
Sense
one,
of humour.
absolutely only one answer to that. What is your best friend? Who is your best friend in real life? Folks like me, my family. I don't need friends. My spouse. Oh, think very carefully before you answer this one, Mr. Whitehall. Too much of a pause.
My spouse.
Got there in the end. Had to think about it though.
Well, it was either you or Neil Stacey.
Yeah, it doesn't actually mention Neil Stacey on here.
Neil probably falls under people like me, doesn't he? He's
Yes,
similar
yes, yeah.
enough.
Yeah, well, I've ticked my spouse for the moment.
Yes, obviously.
What virtue would you choose? Humility, kindness, patience, diligence.
Patience, I think.
Okay.
I would prefer to be more patient.
What's your bed made of? As if you'd know the answer to this.
bed?
Yes. I mean, are you ready, Michael?
know.
No, just wait. Just quite weird answers here. I can sleep standing up, but I like a nice squashy surface for lying on, just in case. My bed is a big, soft, cushiony one, but I much prefer to share a family member's bed if I can. That's a weird statement. I built it myself when I designed and made my house. Definitely not. I like to sleep high off the ground. I just
don't know about any of those.
The four
really.
options there. I like to sleep high off the ground. I mean, you wouldn't be able to get down onto the ground. If you got into a low bed, you'd have difficulty getting out of it now. Or I can sleep standing. I can sleep standing up, but I like a nice squashy surface for lying on.
No way, that's me.
Well, it has to be. I like.
What
to
about
sleep.
the one with the person in the bed?
My bed is a big, soft, cushiony one, but I much prefer to share a family member's bed if I can.
It's a
Not a
bed.
family member, Mrs.
Yeah,
Whitehall.
okay. I'm going with that, but it's weird.
It would be quite weird, I think.
We'll bend it to suit our needs.
Okay,
Yeah.
hang on. Wait. Name an achievement that makes you proud. I learn new skills when I'm taught well and enjoy making progress with my friends. I take care of those around me. I lift them when their spirits are down and I celebrate their joys with them. I get by in a hostile world. I built my own house and it is absolutely beautiful. It's obsessed with building houses, this quiz. I think it's got to be. I do think you take care of those around you and you lift up their spirits when they're down and celebrate their joys with them. I would say that,
Okay.
Michael. What's your signature greeting? I toss my head and stamp a foot. Can we see that? Like a horse.
No.
I leap on my friends and hug and kiss them vigorously.
No.
I make a nice present for my friends and clean their house for them.
No.
I don't think so. I circle my friends whilst watching them with laser-like focus.
Well, that's the nearest.
Yeah. What job would your spirit human have? Labourer, trucker, dock worker? Cop, bouncer, bodyguard, that sort of thing. International assassin, architect, graphic designer, or gallery curator.
Either an architect
Yeah.
or a gallery
Well,
curator.
that's that one, yeah. You see someone who has some food that you want. Do you bite them until they give it to you? Ask them very nicely but very insistently if you may have some. Just take it. Steal a piece whilst they're not looking.
Nice and insistent.
Oh, there we go. I think we got to the end of it. That was your concluding
Good.
answer. PPJ, do you want me to press the button?
Let's press the button. We
Finish
need to know.
quiz. Oh. You got... Michael Whitehall.
Yeah.
Spider.
A spider.
Yes.
Oh,
Ready?
that's charming.
I'm going to read the description. There's quite a hairy looking spider with 4 eyes, Michael, and some
Right.
quite big mandibles. Independent, wily and persistent, the spider is the spirit animal for those who like to go their own way and make things happen for themselves. If you want to be your own boss and you have the discipline to pull it off, the spider is the spirit animal for you. The spider can be much misunderstood, with her contribution being understated. If this is your spirit animal, make sure you take credit for your work. I don't think there's any danger of you not taking credit for your work, to be honest.
Right. Well, I'm
There
a
you go,
spider.
you're a
then.
spider.
Quite happy with that.
Right, excellent. There you go, PPJ. Be warned, he's spinning a web over here to catch you out.
There we go. That was science.
That was science. Science at play. I would have gone for a sort of slightly grizzled grey old silverback gorilla for you.
Oh,
Sitting there,
cheers.
ruling the roost,
Thank you very much.
directing
Hilary.
everybody.
Flattery will get
What,
you.
grey and grizzled? Or maybe a silver fox. What about that?
We did touch on it a couple of years ago, and we
Yes.
passed over it quite quickly, and
Yep.
you identified maybe a dog or an elephant at the time.
Yes.
Right.
I think
But
I might.
now we've done the science.
I might revert to a giraffe. What would your spirit animal, do you think, be?
I haven't taken the test. I couldn't possibly
Okay,
say.
I would say. I'm just going to say it, PPJ, because you are very efficient, etc., and reliable and adaptable. Pigeon.
That's fine. Absolutely fine.
You'll take it.
Not a problem.
Right, I've got two little quick updates now for you, Michael Whitehall. You see where down the bottom there it says, "Hi, folks." Hi, folks, there.
Yeah.
Read that and then turn the page because we've got two little explanations which we can go through.
Hi, folks.
Yeah.
When I was little, my mother would give me a list of items she wanted me to get from town. I would give it to the grocer, butcher, etc., which was effectively a message to them, referring to what my mother wanted me to get. The term then became commonplace to refer to any shopping, particularly groceries. Hence, I'm going for the messages. Best wishes, Alistair.
Alistair might suggest maybe someone from Scotland. What do you think?
I'm away to get the messages,
Messages.
hen.
Right, and there's another
That's what she
update here
said.
below.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Whitehall, PPJ, Philly and Winston.
Mm-hmm.
DDL here from Ireland. Love the podcast so much. Keep going. Just a quick note on the origin of a way to get the messages. It is also something that was said in Ireland.
Oh, Michael, it's very Celtic then.
My much-loved, dearly departed mum was always a way to get the messages. The origin of it was from a time when people went to the shops and everything in a shop would be behind the counter, and they would give the list of messages to the shopkeeper, and they would pick out the items. So you were getting the messages.
Ah.
Lots of love, Laura and Rosie, the miniature
Pincher.
pincher.
It's a dog, babe. A miniature pincher.
Oh, sorry.
Rosie the miniature pincher.
Rosie the miniature
Well, there you have it,
pincher.
Michael. Does that?
Well,
that
now I
is
know.
two very good explanations.
We're
I'm
away
liking it.
to get the messages,
Well, you
hen.
might have to do an Irish one now, but I think we're straying into dangerous territory with your Irish
Yeah,
accent, if
yeah.
I'm honest.
No, I think we'll
Don't
leave
want to be
that.
hearing that,
But
deals.
very interesting to have that information.
Yes, thank you very much, Alistair and Laura, for
Yeah.
the update. Just wanted to send very best wishes to Marmalade Diane, because she needs some best wishes at the moment. So we're sending you lots of love and best wishes, Marmalade Diane. But just wanted to say, because you were the one that gave me the hack about freezing several oranges, I have spent the last 3 weeks freezing, if you please, pears and green gages, because the harvest this year has been bumper, has it not, Michael
It has.
Whitehall? I've never seen more pears on our
I've
pear tree.
slipped on many a
A
pear
squashy pear on the ground.
or a plum.
Green gauge.
A green gauge,
Yeah.
a group of green gauges
Oh,
that have just got a bit over the
squidgy.
top,
Yeah.
and I
Oh, he's
then
reversing again.
nearly take a perler,
Yeah.
but
I have been
Have
very
not as yet.
on it clearing them. I've cooked some pears for you and the grandchildren. I've frozen some cooked pears for you and the grandchildren. I then looked up online that you can actually freeze pears raw. If you cut them in half, core them, put them into water with some lemon juice in it just for a little couple of minutes. Then you pat them dry, freeze them on a baking tray, and then put them in a bag. They are best for cooking when they are defrosted, because they will lose their structure a bit. But we now have a whole freezer drawer of frozen pear halves, which I am longing to use over the winter. And snap green gages. You can freeze green gages. You just cut them in half, take the pit out. Sorry, stone over here. Take the stone out and then freeze them on baking trays and then whack them into a bag. Delicious. we had a green gage crumble the other day, which
Delicious
was delicious.
it
Yes.
was.
So
Why can't you get green gauges there?
you can in very upmarket bespoke shops at Bailey and Sage. They do a green gauge.
Really?
Yeah, they're just not a very current fruit. I don't know why, because they're absolutely delicious.
Yeah, I mean, they're a very high-end version of a plum,
And a little,
I think.
like a little plum, because they're quite small. But yeah, they are delicious. Do you remember I think we referenced this before on another episode. My parents gave us a green gauge tree for our wedding. And we had it in our then cottage down in Kent. We then uprooted it when we moved and put it in Lower Common South. And then I had to leave it there. And I did say to the people who bought the house, please will you preserve the green gauge tree? Do you remember that
Sweet.
green gauge tree?
Mm-hmm, I do.
Sweet. So I always think of my parents when I see green gauges. Bill and Dorothy. DLs, I'm going to wrap this up because I think we've had fun and frolics with the spirit animal quiz, which has, I'm afraid, slightly dominated the episode. But it was worth it to find out that Michael Whitehall's spirit animal is indeed a spider. Michael Whitehall, I'm going to look forward to seeing all those webs that you're going to weave. The webs of deceit. We will be back on Thursday with a bonus set. Please join us then. Would you please do me the honour, we're back at it now, of doing what you do so well. Rate, review, share, subscribe, follow the show. Keep the emails coming. You are the beating heart of the podcast. Ready, Michael Whitehall. Brushes, please. Spider brushes, please. 07712 147236. Sorry, you don't.
I think that's here to stay, isn't it?
The elongated ending. I will just do it one more time, Michael, and I'm not going to laugh. Brushes, please. 07712 147236. It's almost like you're bored of it, Michael, because you're trying to get it to end quicker. But no, we're sticking with it. Voice notes, WhatsApps, please, at your disposal. We love you, DLs. See you Friday. Sorry, we won't see you Friday. We'll see you Thursday. Hear you Thursday. Please join us. Until then, I will say farewell.
And I will say goodbye.